we're back to the third age. Let's level up Barathor before we go, you know, get beaten up by some more punk orcs. But the freaking murder freaking crows. Yeah. There we go. That'll do. Let me just make sure we can get any... Ooh. That's new leg armor for him. Greaves are armor for the shin, if you don't know. One of the many useless things that I know is all about parts of armor. Ooh, and we've got a new piece of pretty jewelry for Idril, because being a girl, pretty jewelry is important, even when you're slogging through the woods trying not to get killed by orcs. Here we go. I love these. What are these? The washed up hulks of boats, it looks like. Because they've got... They don't look like a bridge. They look like boats that were beached. And they've got stuff in them. Or, well, some of them have stuff in them. Turn around! Run straight! God, what are you, drunk? Oh, wait, we have been picking up copious quantities of ale and weed of dubious origin. Oh, that reminds me of a funny anecdote while I'm putting this new cloak on Elagast here. Several of my cousins, who are about, well, 10 years younger than me. In our family, the kids come in batches. There's the batch that includes me and my siblings, and then there's about a 7-year gap. We need to find a map, or we shall wander here. Alright, can't go that way yet. There's a batch that includes me and my siblings. There's a gap of about 7 years to the next batch of about, oh, save point! Next batch of about, half a dozen cousins. And then there's a batch about another 7 years later. So they're spaced out batches. And the batch about 7-8 years younger than me, back when the Lord of the Rings came out, the Peter Jackson movies, they were late elementary, early middle school age. And I remember one set of them. My uncle actually used the Lord of the Rings movies as an incentive to get them to eat their vegetables. Because, you see, the hobbits eat their vegetables. And he had a whole little rhyme about this little cutesy rhyme about even Aragorn needs to eat his corn. And it was really dorky. Oh, things to kill. But I always feared that this was going to backfire on him when my cousins got to about the age that, well, they are now, college age. And they started to think to themselves, you know, the fact that the characters in The Lord of the Rings do it is not necessarily a ringing endorsement for kids to do that in the real world. And I'm not just talking about violence. I'm talking about, well, Frodo and his friends drink copiously and smoke weed of dubious origin, therefore it must be okay for me to do it. As far as I know, my cousins are, you know, all good, taking care of themselves, getting great grades, in fact, in one's case, but I think my uncle might have come to regret that argument. Just saying. Wow. He went down easy. He was a weenie of an orc. And I think this is the last elvish dingly doodad. Oh! More pretty sparkly things. Wait. Elven Tiara of Arendelle. For those of you who don't know, Arundel went into the West near the end of the First Age and never returned. So while he is alive in the Second Age, any possession of his from the Second Age should not be in Middle-earth at all. And if it was, it would be a major historical artifact that would not be laying around the woods to be... Stop it, Kim. Stop it. Take it easy. Breathe. Breathe and watch the epic scene. Watch the scene. Make you feel better. Saruman's trap. Do we need Akbar for this? Let's see.
War is soon to come to our time. Even now, Saruman sends forth his cruel orc servants.
As opposed to his friendly orc servants.
I escaped his trap at Orthanc, and now he seeks to hunt me down, ere I finish my task.
He put you in his grease trap?
Stand that a great eye watches all in the darkness, building in power as it prepares to destroy this world.
By blinking.
As I speak within your mind, Saruman rallies...
Wait. Gandalf is giving us these scenes telepathically?
They pour forth here and in Rohan, burning as they go.
I don't know if that's cool or scary.
Find the dwarf quickly, before Saruman wins his war in this land.
Ah, yes. Gandalf just refers to him as the dwarf. If you don't recall, this is Elagost's buddy dwarf. They would make a good buddy cop series. Before we do anything, let's dole out our new stats. And our new equipment. Our new illogical, shouldn't be on this side of the planet equipment. Okay. It appears they're referring to Arundel as the star, which is technically still the person. It's not like Greek mythology where he turned into the star. The star is the vessel on which he sails through the heavens. That makes a little bit more sense. It's slightly less rage-inducing. It only makes me want to punch something and not punch it into a pulp, because it's still kind of silly. It's just not utterly ridiculous. How are we on armor? 46, 125, 55. Yeah, he needs that armor enhancement. I'm going to take this and give that to him. Hello. There you go. This Elagost, he's, rocking the leather and the wool. He doesn't have much in the way of metal armor, which makes sense. He's a ranger. He's supposed to be stealthy. He walks the wild, all that kind of thing. But, mist is nice and atmospheric, but it makes it hard for me to find my way over on the fracking game. Let's try going this way. Maybe the dwarf is this way. I remember this part of the game before being very difficult to navigate. No, this is back where I came from. I remember spending several sessions before wandering about in here, trying to find a freaking dwarf. I remember this being a large time sink before. If necessary, I will condense videos, but we'll see if we can quit clawing as opposed to slow, leisurely clawing, which you would, of course, just stand there for and take, because this is turn-based combat. Shut up, it makes sense. Somehow. You know, you'd think with all their nice animations, they could have made it so that Elagost's bow actually bends when he shoots. I know, I want too much. I'm never happy. I'm one of those insufferable nerds who insist on accuracy in all things. I will try to contain myself. So this is obviously the wrong way, because that's where we came from. So let's go back this way, and let's see what areas we haven't yet hit. After another fight. Now, these punks again. Hey, at least it's not murder of crows. Orc pincer. That sounds extremely unpleasant. I cannot think of any way in which that does not sound not just painful, but particularly unpleasant to be on the receiving end of. Don't be the filling in an orc sandwich, folks. See that we got Huorn pollen from that fight. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Huorns are kind of like Ents. They're like the Ents that have gone tree-ish over time. And we have some of their pollen, which, if you don't know, is basically tree sperm. I don't want to think about who obtained this Huorn pollen, or how, but I am compelled to. The game has made me ask these questions. Why, game? Why? Don't want to know. There's something I have to get there, but then there's something else over here. We cannot find our way around the lake without a dwarf to guide us. Not even without the dwarf, Elagost's dwarf buddy, but just a dwarf. You just need a generic dwarf. Seems kind of racist, man. Whatever. That's our time, so we'll call it here, and we'll pick up a dwarf. Any dwarf will do next time. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.